Okay, we all ready?
Yep. Oh, hello?
Oh no.
Hello?
Okay,
Somebody left.
we lost someone.
It might have been me.
Oh. Alright,
Like,
so
take two.
starting again from now. Okay, so to recap from last time, you were continuing on the road towards Vallaki. You had a long rest out in the wilderness, camping out for the night, taking your various watches. In the morning, you set off into a dark forest, proceeding very carefully, where you came across an opening that revealed the enormous lake Zarovich, signaling your proximity to Vallaki. As you walked a bit further, you came across an abandoned chapel, home to Winston, the former head monk of the chapel. Uh, Glim discovered the identity of her deity. It turns out it is the moon goddess Saloon, who is revered as Mother Night here in Barovia. Um, Eloine had an encounter with an otherworldly sylvan being who gave her a magical artifact and a duty to fulfill. And Heim's sending stone has started talking back to him when he's alone, sending him messages from strange sources.
I paid cheap for the one-way stone too, so this is interesting.
It's just all bonus, yeah. And yeah, you kind of
It's
went
like when
on.
they give you an extra nugget.
You get that extra nuggy. Strada appeared in your path as he's wont to do, and chased you the final stretch of the way, culminating in a battle at the gates with some of his dire wolves, which you handled pretty well. Some of the gate guard eventually helping you.
Didn't need them.
No, not really.
I inspired them.
You did. And yeah, they open the gates for you and let you in, leaving a smirking Strahd standing in the misty road behind you.
Well, we're just gonna keep running, aren't we?
You're inside now.
We're gonna keep running though, right?
As you do
Do we
try to
need
do
to?
that, the guard has assembled at the gate. You see about 10 fairly like leather armored, piecemeal helmets, whatever they've been handed down to them across the days, but they all have pikes, and they are stood in a semicircle around the gate and have their pikes pointed at you. Above you on the wall is the man with the very, very large crossbow, and you see him kind of take it off its stand, drag it across the floor, and he just kind of like hangs it over, just hanging above you, just swinging above the three of your heads.
It's too late. We're already in. We appreciate the extra measures for defense though.
And
It's we are the good guys, just to make that extremely clear.
one at the front, who looks a little bit taller and braver than the rest of them, he kind of shuffles forward and he says, "Don't know you. Don't trust you. Who are you?"
Hello, I'm Heim von Fancy Trout. This is my traveling party. Um, ladies, if you want to introduce yourselves in no particular order.
Glim is still covered head to toe in blood
Absolutely, yeah.
after exploding that wolf. And she just kind of like looks him dead in the eye and just goes, I'm Glim.
He shivers a little bit. A little bit quiet, Paige.
I'll just give a nod and say Eloine and then point to the other two members of our party for them to introduce themselves.
Yeah, so you've got Ismark at the back behind you with his sister holding him up. She's kind of like got him on her shoulder. And you see that they have both put their hoods up and they are trying to be as unnoticeable as possible. And when you point to them, he kind of gives you a look like, and he steps forward off of Irina's shoulder. And he says, "Yes, my name is Ian. I've come here with my sister Isabel. We're seeking shelter."
We
Come on.
found them on the road. Not as capable for adventuring or fighting as we are. So we took them under our wing for coin, of course.
We're helping them seek sanctuary.
And the guy on top of the gate, the one that's like dangling a giant crossbow above your heads, is like, yeah, no, they did kill a bunch of wolves. It was very impressive. The little one blew one up.
I'm pretty sure we have a thing going on because I gave him inspiration. I don't think he used it, but we have a rapport. So if he's trustworthy, trust him.
He did make me feel very tingly. It was very nice.
Also, if you could just point the crossbow just a little bit away, I can actually see the bolt. It's making me very uncomfortable.
Oh, sorry, mate. It's procedure.
Your finger is currently on the trigger. That is just
Oh,
not. It's just not the best.
bad habit. I'm very sorry. He doesn't move his finger.
Is there still
Okay.
somebody outside the gates, though?
No, it was just you guys.
Oh.
We were running from.
You were running from Strahd, and he was chasing you with a bunch of like bats and direwolves and stuff.
He was out there, but
He was, but he didn't follow you in.
Hmm.
Once you got through the threshold of the gates, you like look back, and he was just standing in the middle of the road.
Oh yes, I flipped him off. I
Yeah.
remember now.
That's right.
I mean, you must know that we're not vampires because you didn't invite us in. So,
And he goes, "Who said anything about vampires?"
really? I mean, we faced one on the way here. At least a vampire spawn, and the guy who sort of runs this whole place is a vampire, right? It's not out of the realm to imagine we too might be vampires. I'm just saying we're not. The more I say the word vampire, the more you might believe we are vampires, but we're not.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
You are very persuasive. You kind of like you see like the
Look at my
gears in
teeth.
his head turning like, and then they get stuck, and you kind of like confuse him with logic, and he's like, "Oh yeah, obviously."
I mean, you get it. You're an intelligent man. You're obviously head of the guard.
No, that would be Ezek. He's on his way
Ezek.
here, but we should probably wait for him.
Do we have is Mark injured? Said he was leaning on
He's still like
Irina.
he was on death's door not too long ago. You were like
Oh,
dragging him along,
right.
and then he kind of got to his feet, and you've been just sort of walking with him.
That's right.
Still limping a bit, but
Yeah, can we get sort of the town healer over here just in the meantime?
Yes, we do have injured that need attention.
so well, I don't know about a healer, but we could take you to the chapel.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, maybe we can meet him there. A public area is good.
And Ian steps forward and says, "Yes, we would very much. That's where we're aiming to get to. That would be perfect." And the guard kind of thinks about it. And he's like, "Oh, I could get in a lot of trouble for letting you go, though. I'm supposed to wait here till Ezek gets here."
You could come with us.
He kind of thinks about it. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, me and some of the boys will come with you." And he like, you can see you covered in blood. You can see Ismark kind of limping along. Seemed to have appealed to his humanity somewhat. So he sends one of his guard to be a runner to go. He says, "Go find Ezek. Tell him to meet us at the chapel. We'll keep an eye on this lot." And him and 6 of the guards just kind of like usher you along, kind of surrounding you. So right, come with us.
Ooh, police escort.
Don't try anything funny. And don't make anyone tingly.
Well, I'll try my best, and I wink.
How is everybody looking health wise? Does anybody need a cure wounds or anything while we walk?
Um,
I'm good.
yeah, I'm half health, but I'm fine. I imagine we're not going to get in a street fight right now.
Okay, knock on wood.
Well, we're going to a healing place, so maybe let's
Okay.
Be on our best behavior, everybody.
Be on your best behavior, Heim.
He said as he looked into a storefront window.
Okay. So, you have made it to Vallaki.
Yay!
And guess what that means? You have leveled up.
Yay!
I forgot to
Oh my
mention it at the end of
God.
last session, but you have leveled up.
Oh.
You want to do it now, you're more than welcome to, but I was thinking we'll have a short break halfway through, and
Okay.
we can do it then. But we'll just
Sounds
kind of
Cool,
like, we'll
yeah.
get you settled in first, and then we'll think about level ups.
Oh shit! I have all your stuff in here,
Stuff.
like your Tasha's Cauldron.
Yeah, I bought it
And
so you guys could use that.
Oh.
wow, that's
Most of you have, I think all of you have the Tasha's Cauldron subclasses, right?
Yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, welcome to Vallaki. This is sort of going to be your hub for the rest of the campaign. This is where you'll like this. It's pretty much the safest place, as is Marcus told you, the safest place in Barovia, and it's kind of like the center of the land as well. Like you can pretty much get to anywhere from Vallaki.
Cool.
But yeah, it's looking around like it's a complete contrast to the first village that you stopped off in. Like this place looks lived in. There's people like filling the streets. They don't look like most of them aren't those blanks that you saw in the village that just kind of like stared up into space and dribbled. These seem like people like you're used to.
Being an anthropologist, as my background dictates.
Oh yeah,
Is that true?
that's true.
Jesus.
Is that true?
Yeah, I went to school. I minored in anthropology. I didn't major in anything. Do these people look? I mean, they don't look spaced out like the people we saw in Barovia Village. Do they look closer to the Vistani that we saw in at the campground?
In what way?
I guess just more generally aware, and then maybe also just like what clothes are everybody wearing, that sort of thing. Like, what do these people look similar, and are they acting similar?
Okay. Yeah, as you're walking through the street, just make me a little perception check with advantage from your background.
Cool. Oh.
20. Yeah, perfect.
I need that.
Yeah, so these people look alive compared to the corpses that seem to be walking around the village of Barovia. If you didn't know you were in Barovia, this would look like fairly. It's not downtrodden. It's a very gloomy place. You can see the people, even though it's late at night. There's still people in the street. You can see people closing shops, like getting their washing in, just doing general villagey people type things. When they see you walking past, you do get a bit of attention because you are probably the most colourful thing they've seen in the last couple of years. Pretty much everything they wear and everything they use is just a dull shade of grey or black or brown. You are the most vibrant thing in the street right now. And people are noticing you, especially with your police escort, as you put it.
Cool. All right. I guess. Can I like try and do some small talk with the guy who's leading us here?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say, like, so we're kind of new here. What's this place's deal?
What you mean, Vallaki?
Yeah, like I mean, we've only been to Barovia Village. So this looks nice.
This is the jewel of civilization in the shithole that is Barovia, my friend.
Oh, you could say that again.
Yeah, we work very
I
hard to. We've been safe here behind these walls for 100 years.
What happened before the 100 years? By the way, do you mind if I record this? I sort of have a podcast.
I suppose. What does record mean?
You'll figure it out later.
All right.
So, this place seems like a jewel in the pile of steaming shit that is Barovia.
Uh,
What? How does one place become a jewel?
oh, I was supposed to speak. Oh, hello, 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 hello.
You're you have to take your lips away from the speaking sentence stone.
Well, this is very exciting. This might be the most significant thing that's ever happened to me.
Also, if we could keep a move on as well, we have to continue to walk and talk, as they say.
Oh yeah. He has like stopped when he was talking, and he just carries. Oh yeah. March. So yeah. So last 100 years, this town's been safe under the careful rulership of the Valakoviches.
Great
Current,
name.
currently, Baron Vargas Valakovich is in charge. He is the burgomaster. Very, very powerful, great man. He keeps us all safe, keeps us all happy. Very, very happy, actually.
Burgermaster, that sounds familiar, and it's not a title I got after eating 16 burgers. What do you know of the Burgermaster Kolivaniich?
Oh, he's the one from the village, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I've
You
heard
heard
of him.
anything about him?
I've heard of him. Don't know much about him. I've never left the village, to be honest. I've never left Vallaki.
Well, with a place as nice as this, I do understand that. Beep. Okay, that was perfect. Cool. I appreciate it.
He kind of like smiles and like pats himself down. It's like, oh, did I do all right?
You didn't do all right.
Oh.
You did amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, you really don't have to cry, but here is my handkerchief.
No one's ever asked me anything.
Glim's just walking middle of the pack right now and rolling her eyes behind his back.
He has never felt so special in his entire life.
Just another day
Mm-hmm.
in the life of Pinewood Fancy Trout.
So, as you're walking through the city? Town. As you're walking through the town, you do see lots of buildings. It's a very populated place. As I said, it's like middle of the evening now. People are starting to like wind down their routines and move along. You can see to the south here a little stockyard. You can see it opens up. You can see all sorts of like produce. Seems to be some large warehouse. If you want to, you can give me a perception check to have a better look at what's in there as you're marched along.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can.
I got a solid 12.
18.
It's a hard 12. 19.
It's a hard. That 12's flexing.
Mm-hmm. Even with a 12, you can see, again, sticking out against the stark contrast of greys and browns, you can see what seems to be a carnival wagon, or at least the back of a carnival wagon, parked in one of the stockyards. But you can only see like some of it as you march past really quickly.
That's down here.
Yeah. You
Okay.
see Sorin as he notices that you're like looking at stuff, and he decides he's going to be your tour guide, and he says, "Oh, down to the south here is the Arasek Stockyard and the Trade District. Anything you want to buy, you can find it down there. Very reasonable prices." Then as you're walking down the road again, he says, "Down this street," and he points to this street here. That is where our wonderful town square is, where we hold all of our weekly festivals. It's very cheerful, very fun.
A
Yes.
weekly
Weekly
festival.
festivals?
Oh yes, weekly festivals in Vallaki. It's the law.
What-
It's literally the law.
What is it you celebrate weekly?
Well, it's by decree of the Baron. It's how we've kept Strahd out of these walls for 100 years with our determined and forceful cheeriness.
What?
Um,
It's literally illegal to be unhappy here.
when is the next festival?
Oh, in about 3 days. We've just finished the Wolf's Head Jamboree. And he kind of like points around to
Oh.
people like taking down like loads of furry looking barding. You can see like mock wolf heads made out of like straw and just bits of fur. He said, "Oh, it was wonderful. I absolutely loved it. We just went out into the woods and we fucking killed all the wolves. It was amazing. I've never had so
Oh,
much
that
fun."
Wolves. I
that
exploded. a wolf.
seems. Yeah, that doesn't actually seem that bad. What's the next festival?
Oh, you're gonna like this. And he kind of like looks
Okay.
around. He finds a flyer and he brings it back to you, and it reads, "Vallaki's Got Talent."
Heim's eyes just go wide.
Are you? Do we know this guard's name? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Soren.
Soren, are you participating? What talent do you have?
So, well, I did prove in the last festival I was very good at killing wolves, but my real talent is my poetry.
Oh, can we
Oh.
get a little poem?
Yeah,
While we-
obviously,
while we walk?
if you're so if your talent is poetry, you must know plenty of poems off the top of your head. Please, one right now,
Yeah.
please, right now.
Oh yeah, my mum says I am the best poet in all of Vallaki. I've got such a silver tongue, she says.
It seems like a lot of stalling. If you want to just say your poem right now for the group.
He says, "Okay, right, ready."
Oh, Haim, should you catch this on the sending stone?
Already got it.
Perfect.
So, are you ready for this?
It's very close to his mouth.
He says, right. He says, "I once took a shit in this stool. So thick, so firm, so tall. It balanced on end, that shit did not bend. That fell over and scraped my left ball."
I'm just going to put away the speaking stone and be like, and the rest of the tour?
Anyway, well, yeah, moving on. I don't want to give away all my A-game material, obviously.
A-game material.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got better. I mean, I'm an emerging
so.
artiste.
Yes, of course. It's
Mm.
wonderful. Poetry isn't always for everybody. Haim just doesn't have taste.
Oh, yes, to be fair, I skipped most of my poetry classes. It was sort of an easy
Mhm.
class for me. Sort of a gimme.
It just means you have a lot to learn about art, like Soren's. So
Yes, art.
maybe
Like Soren's art.
maybe Soren can give you more poetry that you can learn from.
You know
while
what,
you're
Glim?
here.
I think that is a fantastic idea for you.
Mhm. No. Soren, I believe Haim has a lot to learn from you. You should share a lot more of your work with him. He would love it.
It's all a man of the arts, I see.
Yes.
Yes.
Could you
yes.
tell that from
There's not many of us,
the
is
pipe
there?
which I carry?
Yes, absolutely. I can tell by the way you carry yourself that you're a man of taste and eloquence.
It's actually just spine issues, but I appreciate it.
Oh, well, either way, you look very, very professional.
It's a lot of money can do that.
Ah. Anywho. So,
We leave you two alone?
do you want a room? And he points down to the square. He says, "Down there is our town square. Most of the shops are there. That's like the main street where you can buy all the nice things. You can't get into Stockyard, but the prices are shit." And moving on, he kind of like goes up here. Gets this little junction here. And he says, "So as you can see here, this building here is the Blue Water Inn. It is the best inn in the town because it is the only inn in the town. You could stay there for reasonable prices and get very, very pissed. I really like it."
Do you get a lot of visitors here? Is the
No.
inn usually... Okay.
It's very rare.
Okay, well, I think we found our
Our lodgings?
yeah.
We'll circle back, perhaps, after a bath.
He kind of points to the north and he says, "If you need a bath, the lake is just up there, but people don't really go out there by themselves. Except for that one guy, but we don't talk about him, he's weird.
One guy.
Yeah, some ratty old man. He goes out to fish, but
Oh, we saw
Oh.
him.
it's a miracle he hasn't
Yeah.
been killed yet.
Yeah.
I might have
Where-
scared him.
Yeah, we should actually apologize to that man. Do you know where he lives?
No one knows where he lives, he's a bit of a vagrant.
Oh.
Interesting.
You might
Okay,
see him
well,
around town.
well, I
Keep
don't
an eye
remember
out.
what he looks like, so that will be hard.
You'll smell him before you see him, trust me.
Oh boy.
Honestly, I've felt that way with lots of people we've met here, several within this guard tour we have right now, so I don't think that will be as helpful as you mean it to be.
He looks at you and he says, well, he likes a bit of the old... Like makes a drinking motion with his hand.
Ah, an actor as well.
Alright, yeah, and then he says, moves you along a bit more. He says, to the south here is a very, very, well, probably one of the most famous places in our town is the workshop of Gedolf Blinsky, of Blinsky's Toys.
Oh.
And he kind of
yep.
points to this red-housed building, red brick roof building over there. And he says, yeah, he's very good at making toys. He, very, very, very talented person.
Linsky sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yes, we're headed there later.
Oh,
glad
we're
I-
supposed to pick up a toy.
Yes, for a friend.
Should we do that now?
We should do the temple now, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Ian and Isabel.
We are going to the temple, right, Soren?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's right at the end.
Okay.
It's by the west gate. So anyway, further down there, as you'll see, there is that lovely mansion. That does belong to the master of Vallaki, as I mentioned, the burgomaster himself. And he kind of motions you along. You walk for a while. Again, you can just see people taking down the old decorations. You can see there's two guards going in the opposite direction to you, just like ripping down the old posters and putting up new ones. And yeah, you get to a building at the end of the road that looks this. Thank you, James RPG Art.
Ooh.
Hey, shout out to James RPG Art.
Yep. Sponsored by.
Go follow his Patreon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Google. And yeah,
Some nice skylights.
so this slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked, stained windows depicting pious saints. A fence wrought of iron encloses a gate of gravestones next to the church, and a thin mist creeps among the graves.
Well, it seems inviting. Soren, are you sure this is the place?
Oh yeah, this is absolutely the place. This is the best healer in town. Go in, have a look around. Look for Father Lucian.
Father Velusian.
Father
Great name.
Lucian, yeah.
Velusian, not Velusian?
No, that was my accent.
Oh, I apologize. I'm not making fun, I promise.
Not that I think this guy is even capable of lying, but can I just get a read on him just to make sure?
Yeah.
What are you trying to check for if he's not
If he's
been
trying
to
to-
a prison or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Just like it's the right temple.
Mm-hmm.
18?
Yeah, this is you don't think he's got two brain cells to rub together?
That's fair. Okay.
So yeah, you're kind of at the gates. You see your procession of guards. Half of them like walk off back to the way they came, and you see Sorin and two others just wait by the gate. So you go in and show you to your friend. We'll wait out here. We'll grab you when we need you.
Thank you, Soren.
My pleasure.
I'll just pat his
you
arm.
might want a bath.
I reach up and pat his arm and just leave a bloody handprint on his guard's uniform.
Oh,
I think you just got baptized.
sorry, last week all over again. Just got the wolf smell out.
No, you didn't.
All right, so yeah, you are in the graveyard of St. Andrew's Church.
Beautiful.
Looking
I'm
around,
gonna-
you
Mhm.
can see I have a picture for him. You can see a fairly well built young man with short dark hair just digging a fresh grave. You can just see like him from torso up just in the hole. He's like halfway down. You can just see him like watching you as he digs. Like a typical bit of teenage angst.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to just do a really quick eyes of the grave around the area just to see.
Mm-hmm. This is who you see.
Oh, very handsome, very brooding.
Mm-hmm.
Very broody.
Somehow straightens his hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heim doesn't like meeting other attractive young men as well.
Right.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence, never mind. Do I sense any undead?
Let's see. No, you do not sense any undead.
Okay.
You just have the usual ping from Heim for being weird and cursed, but otherwise
Yeah.
completely normal.
My gills twitch.
Yeah, they're getting a bit dry,
Hmm.
like flaky.
We should go for a swim.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to this young man and be like, "Hey, dude.
Oh no.
Sup? It's Heim. Life sucks, am I right?" And I'm gonna hold out a fist to bump.
How old is Heim?
Heim's probably like 22.
And already like 70 at heart. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so he kind of like just slams his shovel into the ground point first. And he, with a very dirty hand, he just grabs your entire fist in like his big meaty claw. This guy is like, now you're close to him, he's close to like 6'2", 6'3". He just like grabs your entire fist and just goes, "Nice to meet you." Just goes back to digging.
Cool. We're looking for Father Lucian. Can you help us?
He's not hard to find. He's in the church. He's just digging as he's talking.
What's your name?
Cool.
My name's Milivoj.
Well, nice to meet you. You seem very busy right now. Keep up the good work. I gotta say, I really dig your work ethic.
He stops digging. He looks at you and he says, "Nice."
Get it?
Just keeps
Dig?
digging. He's like, "Yeah, that was good."
Bardic inspiration, my man.
Oh god. Giving all of the NPCs the bardic inspiration.
Yeah. And now, with my level 6, I know we're not level 6, but now with level 6, even if he fails, he keeps it, so.
Oh.
Oh.
You just see like him shiver a little bit. He's like, "I'll dig a bit faster."
Look at him go. Okay, I guess we'll just be on our way.
Yeah. We'll go in.
Okay.
How does our Ian and Isabel look?
Again, hoods up. They are being very sheepish. More so, Ian.
Mhm.
He is trying not to make eye contact with anyone, whereas Isabel is, she's taking in the sights. She almost looks excited, like she's never seen a place this big and busy before.
Right. I'll
So full
drop
of
back
life.
to them and just kind of like whisper to Ismark, what's this behavior about? I thought this is where you wanted to be.
He says, "Yes, but we have no idea who's a spy and who isn't.
I mean, it doesn't look like he can get in here.
Yes,
If that's
but
what you're afraid of.
his agents could be here. Don't want them to know exactly where we are. We can help it.
We need to get you, like, a spa day or something. Just relax for, like, 2 seconds.
What's a spa?
It's the water is very warm and you can get like a massage, get your hair done, you know, a little facial. Good for the skin. It's good for the stress levels. You'll be fine.
Okay. It's
Like
an
a hot
arena's
spring.
safe. I don't think we have that here.
I'm sure there's hot springs.
And he's like, well, I'll think about it. Anyway, the church. I am in so much pain.
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay, so you go into the church. I mean, it's you remember the church from the village of Barovia, very small affair, kind of broken down. This place is it's very homely. Like it almost feels like you've walked into a very big open plan house, like of like a massive family. You can see at the altar, you can see a wizened old man just sort of like tending to stuff and like reading a book, and like running around are multiple small children. There's like a dozen of them. They were just like running around, like doing chores or playing, or they seem pretty happy. They're yeah, they're not in the best shape. I mean, obviously they're orphans in Barovia. What can you expect? But they're you know they're about as good as they can be. Um,
We
yeah.
should have kept that kid with us. Would have been a good place for him. Oh well.
He's fine.
Nismark says, I'm gonna go talk to the father. What are you gonna do?
Um,
This is the end of our quest. No, I guess we will also go talk to Father Lucian. Might as well get a beat on what's going on.
Okay.
What kind of temple is this? Like this, what's the iconography around?
The iconography in here, it's not of a particular religion. It seems to be a shrine to a certain saint, Saint Andrel. It's not like a shrine to a deity like the Morning Lord or the Night Mother. It's just like a holy place.
Gotcha.
In fact, give me a religion check.
Okay. 14?
14 is good. Yeah, so you suspect that this place is, being that this is a place devoted to a saint and not a deity, that this place is likely on consecrated ground. Or hallowed ground, even. Hallowed ground basically comes into being after someone has done something particularly good, or something like performed a miracle or something. Because the reverence all seems to point towards a person and not a deity.
All right. Well, I'll follow Ismark over to Father Lucian.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
All right. Let's see if I have a picture for this guy. I guess not. I'll just have to go about my notes. So yeah, you see like your typical hardcore, like, you ever seen like what a monk looks like a typical Catholic monk, like brown robe, balding
Yeah.
head, like white hair, white beard. This guy has been through the ringer. Like, he is about as worn as you can get. As you approach him, he is on his knees, just hardcore praying, like going to town. Like you almost don't want to interrupt him with like, he's almost like screaming the prayers under his breath.
Um,
I don't think we
But,
want to interrupt him.
But you sense
No.
you sense like an air of almost fanaticism to him.
I'll like. You said there were children running around, right?
Yes.
Oh, there he is. I'll just like flag down one of the kids. Oh God. I hope my appearance doesn't scare them.
You are still covered in lots and lots of blood. I will just remind you.
Yes. I will kind of half hide behind Eloine, and just kind of like call over and be like, do you think he'll be done soon, or is there somewhere we should wait?
To the kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so you flag down this kid.
Oh no.
Very appropriate facial expression, actually. And he just looks at you in wide-eyed terror. He is almost vibrating with nervous energy, and he's like, it's not a good idea to interrupt him when he's doing his prayers, because he'll forget and he'll have to start again. It won't take long. Can I go?
Yes. Okay.
And
Bye.
He just screams and runs to a like different room in the chapel.
Maybe somebody else should talk to the children.
Yeah, I can do that. You can just stay hidden. That's okay.
I'll sit down near Father Lucian. Yeah, can I get a beat on like what he's praying for exactly, or is it just like a general fanaticism?
Give me a perception check to try and listen in on. He's speaking very fast. Try and give me like a perception check to see how fast he's talking and like get the words.
20.
20 is good. 20 is very, very good. What is he saying? So he's saying like, I'm not going to say it as fast, but he's like, "Oh, angel who opened his home to us and protected us from the evils of Strahd, whose power ended his life and brought about our eternal torment, who saved us from blah 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 blah." And he's like just like thanking this angel person for saving them from Strahd
Okay.
and opening his home to them.
So while we wait for him to be done, can I go give some good berries to the children's?
Oh. You absolutely can.
All right. Well, I'll go over to Yeska first, and just toss him a berry.
You kind of like
Just feel
throw
like-
it to him, and he does that. Have you ever seen that thing where like you throw a piece of ham to a dog and it just gets stuck on their head? They don't know what
Yes.
to do. You kind of like toss it at him, it like bounces off his head, and then he just like goes into the fetal position and it rolls away.
Oh,
squeaks.
It's I'll take a step back so that he knows that I'm not trying to hurt him. Just be like, it tastes good if you want to eat it, and I'll eat one.
Give
And
me
I'll
give me a persuasion check.
okay. Well,
He doesn't seem convinced. He's just like, I don't wanna.
that's okay. That's fair. Do any of the other children look receptive to the good berries?
They're
Or are they
salivating.
all terrified?
They're watching you just like, yes. You can see that they don't want to ask, but you can see in their eyes that they want to know. Like,
Excellent. I'll toss each of the children a berry.
Okay, so yeah, like once they're all assembled around you, like as you're handing out your berries, you see that there's about 8 of them. And then Yeska makes 9. Uh, and yeah, they're just like gleefully like taking the berries. Like they have never looked so satisfied. Like they have never known such a full stomach in their entire lives. This is like a moment of absolute just joy for them. And
Well, that's
they're like hugging
excellent.
you and like patting you and thanking you.
If Yeska ever appears to turn around and wants a berry, I'm gonna toss him one.
He does. He looks more convinced now, and he kind of looks at the berry that deflected off of him, and he picks it up and tries. He has a nibble. He kind of like looks at you for permission before he does so.
It's pretty good, right? Go for it.
He's like, he nods and he just like starts nibbling the berry.
Well,
And then you
if
you
we're
see
gonna
his
be
face
here,
like light up a little bit.
if we're gonna be here for any amount of time, I'll just make some more good berries while we're waiting here.
Sure. I mean, one good berry is enough to fill your stomach for an entire day. So you want to just like make some
Excellent.
rations for these people and like leave them there. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. You do as you're doing this, you feel your new wand kind of like thrum in your pocket. It was like
Okay.
like happily,
Yes.
like it's glad to see you doing stuff like this.
Oh,
What's Heim doing?
I mean, Haim is probably uncomfortable with all the children and religion being around, so he's probably just by the door, just like, let's wrap this up. And
It's just like he wants to be
if
gone.
you can get any spare healing too, then that'd be dope.
do you want some healing?
Well, I thought we were here to get Irina and Ismark healed, right?
Just Ismark. Irina's looking pretty good.
Cool. Yeah. I'll take a little bit of extra healing if there's any extra out there.
I can toss you some healing.
I'll
I
take
will
what I can get.
I'll do a first level cure wounds on you.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm full.
Not
I am.
bad.
god damn.
I am stuffed. Thank you so much, Glimmer.
Stuffed.
Yeah. It is a touch spell though, so you now also have a bloody handprint on your arm.
I'm used to it.
Welcome to Barovia, right?
Should we put some water on your gills? You're looking a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, if we can do that.
You feel a bit
I'll
flaky around the neck.
They're pretty flaky.
I'll just pour some water on his neck.
The gills just like greedily slurp the water up, just like it just disappears like up his neck and into his throat, and Jaime, you just cough a little bit as it goes in, just from the surprise.
I
to moisturize.
Yeah, you need to water these at least once a day. Also, I can't do it today, but if you want, I can try to remove this again maybe tomorrow. Or we could ask Father Lucian. I don't know if he would have the capability, but it seems likely.
I mean, I really don't want to bother him, but
You're cursed, Time. I don't think it's a bother.
he's so scary. He's just yelling right now.
He's not.
If
So-
you want to facilitate the conversation, then I would appreciate it, I guess.
You need to take some interest in your own health, Heim.
I am perfectly fine with gills. In fact, if you think about it, it's actually a little bit of an advantage in water.
And when have we been in water?
Who knows what the future holds?
Mm. Does Heim look sickly?
Two people spoke at once there. What happened? Yeah, just a little quiet there.
Adara can go first. Adara just asked if Heim looks sickly.
Oh, okay. Roll me either investigation or medicine. Whichever you fancy.
18 medicine.
18 medicine? No. He looks tired. You've been on the road for a long time, haven't slept in a real bed in quite a while. He looks, he looks road weary, but not sickly. The gills are still gross, even though they're dry and only just recently moisturized. They're not oozing anymore, but they are kind of like spitting out bits of like fish skin and dust.
It's normal.
Yeah, okay.
They look like dried up gills.
Yeah.
We'll just pour more water on them then.
Oh, they slurp it up happily.
And I was just going to suggest that there is a lake quite nearby, so if Ismark needs a spa day and Heim needs his gills moisturized, we could go to the lake.
It's true.
Although, did someone say that no one goes to the lake alone? Why is that? Did Soren say that?
Soren
Soren
said that
said
only
that.
one mad bastard goes out there, and he's a bit of a vagrant, a drunk.
I did manage to scare him on our way here, I believe.
You scared someone.
Someone. Seems likely it was
Someone
him.
in a boat on a lake. But yeah. So the priest has now finished his prayers. He kind of stands up, makes a hand gesture, kind of like like his fingertips touching at like a 45-degree angle, almost like a roof. Like bows his head under the roof and bows it back out, and then he turns around to regard Ismark and Irina. You can see, like, you're kind of far away now, but you can kind of see them having a conversation. You can join them if you wish, or wait till they're finished.
Well, can I try to listen in?
From the door, it might be tricky, but you can certainly try.
I'll move up to join them.
Never mind.
So Ismark doesn't mind. He knows you know, and he's just basically going over like, this is my sister Isabel. We're from a village out in the middle of nowhere. We've been attacked by monsters. We seek sanctuary here. In holy ground. We were told this is the place to come to. And then you see Father Lucian kind of like look at both of them, like from one to the other. It's like nothing moving but his eyes. And he just says, "Oh yes, this is a fantastic place to seek refuge. Oh, this is a very safe place. This is the Temple of Saint Andrew, and you'll be very, very protected."
Dear.
Ismar kind of looks at you like, what the fuck?
I just shrug. I have no answer for that one.
Yes, this place is blessed by the holy power of Saint Andrew. Of course you'll be safe here, my child.
Father Lucian, if I may ask?
Yes!
Perhaps a little bit of a theology or history lesson. Who is Saint Andrew?
Oh, he is a wonderful person. Long ago, when this land was not cursed, he was the one who struck down the Terror Strahd before he was a vampire. Once he did so, he opened his home to all those that were smoten and cast down by the vile man. And he refused to let Strahd's minions in here. It was a place of refuge. This used to be his home, and once he died, his bones were buried beneath the soil and hallowed the ground, allowing this church to be built, this place of refuge.
Oh.
An amazing man.
He sounds wonderful.
He's miraculous.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Strahd himself came here once, long ago, when Andral was still alive, and Andral turned him away. Immune to Strahd's charms.
I believe I did that once.
It's a very bold claim, little one.
I just grin at him through a fog of blood.
Looking at you, I would not be surprised. How can I help you?
Well, I could use a bath if that is possible.
Yes, you are filthy! You could absolutely have a bath! And he kind of like clicks his fingers to Yeska. He's like, Yeska, my dear boy, ready the tub! And Yeska kind of ponders over, and he looks like still pretty sheepish. He's like, he takes a wide berth of Glim. He's like, yes, Father Lucien, yes, thank you, okay. And he just like goes off to a side room.
Father, hi, I'm Von Fancy Trow. A pleasure to meet you.
Are you still by the
I
door?
have, yeah, I'm shouting.
Okay.
Hi, Father, over here. I'm Von Fancy Trow.
Hello!
May I approach?
Of course!
Heim walks up and then approaches the father and says, "Father," then looks down at the ground and says, "I have gills."
Yes, they're quite lovely.
You think so?
Of course, I love all of my children. No matter how
But-
strange they are.
Oh well, thanks for the strain.
He points
I-
at one kid that has like 3 toes, like 100
Oh.
teeth and 3 eyes.
100 teeth?
Hmm.
Father, can you fix me?
No! This is a gift, my son. Why would I fix you? You can breathe
Well,
underwater.
We do
I mean,
believe
but
it.
I can also just barely breathe on land now, though, which is where I spend most of my time.
Well, I can try, but why would you reject this gift?
Because I can barely breathe on land.
You're doing fine to me.
Oh yeah? Well, give me a Constitution saving throw and see what happens.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I appreciate your help, Father.
I
I'm
can
out.
try to get rid of them, but I can't make any promises.
Honestly, I'd rather you just not touch me now that I know that you can't for sure do it. If it's only a half and half chance, I'm just gonna take the I'm out. And
Oh
I'm leave.
well. I'd love to have gills. Anyway, how can
this
I
is the
help you,
attitude.
ladies? I've given these 2 sanctuary for the night. What would you like?
Should we stay here too, or should we go get a place at the inn?
There's plenty of space.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it depends on how they feel, but
Hmm.
If you like sleeping on a pew, then you're in luck.
That's nothing new. Ian, Isabel, how are you feeling? Do you need us around?
You can see Ian. His
Mhm.
eye looks immediately better. Like the area surrounding it isn't as purple. It looks like
Okay.
Father Lucien has done some sort of healing magic on it to like reduce the disease and swelling on it, and it looks almost like it's been healed for like a year or so now. He's definitely a very talented healer. And Ismark just says, I think this is where we're gonna make camp for now. If you wanna, we're not going anywhere. If you wanna go somewhere else, more comfortable, but I would rather we stayed here, where it's safe.
Sure.
Kind of saying it's like out of earshot of Father Lucien.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we will probably go to the inn, but I imagine we'll be easy to find if you need us.
Yes. I don't want Irina leaving this place. I will come and find you if I need you, and you know where we are. And I cannot thank you enough for getting us here. We wouldn't
Of
have done
course.
it without you.
I don't think we would have made it far without you either. And I'll look over at Irina and just kind of like, you were so good with the wolves. I'm so proud of you.
I don't know where that came from. Haim
That
gave
was
me a...
amazing.
I was on watch, and Haim gave me a dagger, and I was like, "Oh, I'm really good with this thing." And I started throwing it, and throwing it, and throwing it, and I just didn't miss. It was really cool.
It's amazing. You're so good. I'm so proud. You have come so far since we left.
Oh, thank you. It's because of you. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And she like goes over, and even though you're soaked in wolf guts, she just gives you the biggest hug.
I'll hug her back.
Yeah.
And while we're in the hug, I'll whisper, "Don't let Haim take that dagger away from you. You hide it before we leave."
Oh, okay. Sure. She says, "Thank you for everything. Uh, I don't know. Anything you need, just ask us. I'll do it."
Well, how's everybody else feeling? Should we head to the inn? Or
So I'd like to look around town a little more too. You know, just walk around and get kind of a vibe unsupervised. You know.
Mhm. Well, I think we still have a date with the guard. What's his
Yeah, the
face?
burgomaster was supposed to meet us here, I'm pretty sure, so.
Ah.
Or was it the head of the guard?
Ezek Ezek, the head of the guard, was gonna meet you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It took you about it took you like maybe half an hour to get from one side of the town to the other, so you think you've got like about 10 minutes before he probably arrives. You want to do anything? Maybe ask for some healing or something like that.
I
Or
did
just
not get hit in the
investigate
last
the.
battle.
You did not, no.
Nope. I will take a look around though while we wait and everybody gets settled.
Do you want to like nose around, have a look at the rooms, have a look at the kids? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, I will take a bath whenever that's finished.
Oh yeah. Eventually, Yeska comes back out. And he's like, "Oh, the bath is ready," and he comes. He like waves you in. He's like,
Thank you.
do you want me to wash your clothes?
Um, sure.
There's a basin out the back. I'll take him out there and give him a wash.
Okay. That's very kind of you. I'm sorry I scared you.
It's not your fault. It's not been the
You're
same since Mummy and Daddy died.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
It's okay. Father Lucian looks after me. He's amazing.
Yes, it seems like a very nice place here.
Yeah, he's the best. And he seems genuine. He's just you see suddenly there's like this huge smile. He is very happy with Father Lucian.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we could partake in your hospitality, at least for a short amount of time.
Says, yeah, it's fine. Sorry the water's cold, but we don't
That's
have any
okay.
way to get hot water, so I just kind of filled it up from the well.
That's fine. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll see you later.
Yes.
He goes off with your armor and just
All right. I'll keep my like bags and items and everything.
yeah.
with
You still
me.
got your items. You've just given him like your
Yeah.
armor and like your outer
Yeah.
clothing, like the under suit of the armor.
Yep. Perfect.
So yeah, you get into a very cold bath. It's not cold. It's like lukewarm. You kind of get into it and just start, cleaning and soaking or whatever. You can
Yep.
hear from outside, like the tiny little window that's like high up in the wall of this room. You can just hear scrubbing from outside, like brushes on metal. Very very diligent scrubbing.
All right.
What's everyone else doing?
Perfect.
I guess I'm gonna finish up just preparing whatever I'm leaving for the kids. Some rations, some good berries.
Yeah. I mean, you can
I
just,
have
if you want, you can just blow all your spell slots on good berries.
excellent.
Normally, they disappear after 24 hours, but I'm feeling charitable, so.
And then I have some like mushrooms, potatoes
Mm-hmm.
in my inventory, and onions. I'll just leave those as well.
Very good of you. Father Lucian, like, he sees this, like, charity you're doing, like, handing out the food. He says, "Oh, my child, that's fantastic! You are very kind. What is your name?"
My name is Eloine.
Oh,
You
a
do.
lovely name.
Thank you.
Are you a
You
child
do
of
very
this
good.
land?
Not of this land, no.
Oh. Well, you're still a child of St. Angel as long as you're in this building.
Thank you. You do good work here, so I want to just help you and these kids any way I can.
So I try my best.
You're doing great.
Yeah, he just, like, helps you, like, hand out all the food you've got. All the good berries and stuff. Hi,
What a nice man.
what are you up to?
You left, right?
Yeah, I'm not here. I just church isn't my vibe, so I'm just on the. I guess I'm on the street looking for the Soren or the head of the guard to come.
Okay. So you're on your own, and as you're walking out through the graveyard, you can see Milivoj just diligently still digging that grave. He's pretty close to being done. He's about like 120 feet away, and you feel a vibration in your pocket.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to look around and see if there's like an alley that I can dip into for some privacy.
Mm-hmm. You kind of like duck down behind a mausoleum, and you're pretty sure you're not being seen.
Cool. I'll pull it out and then cup it to my ear.
Okay. You hear, "They killed me. Can't believe they fucking killed me."
Who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
You hear me?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Who is this?
Uh, I can't remember. I died.
Who killed you?
The pirate.
What the
He,
fuck?
I tried to help my friend, and he killed me. Smashed my
Is
brains
this
open.
is this for reals, or is this like a narrative-based podcast that I didn't know I subscribed to?
I'm dead. I'm
What's
fading.
your name?
He says, "Rowan, I'm dying.
Uh, uh,
I think I'm gonna die."
uh. Look, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you, okay?
Ow.
I don't know, but I do know somebody who's gotten in with the dead. So that's a start. Just keep trying to remember things.
It's so faint. I hope Leafrey's okay.
You hope who?
Leafrey, I hope he's okay.
Rowan, I will help you.
I'm fading. Help.
Uh, Okay, I'm going to wait for Glim.
You're just gonna sit there. Are you gonna sit there? Are you going for help, or what's happening?
I'm going to sit here for a little bit
Mm.
until like I see them leave or something like that.
Okay. So what's everyone else doing? Eloine is handing out rations. Glim has finished her bath. She is free, well, not entirely free of the smell of wolf viscera, but better off than she was.
Free of the visual, anyway.
Yeah,
No longer
at least.
soaked in
Yeah.
blood.
Most of this town smells like wolf guts right now, so.
Yeah, fit in.
Mm. But yeah, you are free to go about your business. Eloine and Glim, Heim is not in the building. You probably saw him go outside, but
Okay.
We're done here. We go to. Or wait, I guess we have to wait, don't we? Still for the guy.
Hmm?
The main guard.
he's by the gates, just making sure you don't try to run away.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, as a show of good faith, we should wait to talk to the captain of the guard. But I would like to take a look around. Just the building, the grounds.
Hmm.
Kind of wander, see if what was his name? Started with an M. The gravedigger kid.
Miliboj.
See if he needs help at all.
Yeah, so once you finish your bath, he is done with the grave he was digging. You notice that he doesn't like to be far from his shovel. Like, he kind of just always has it on him and kind of wields it like it's an extension of his body. You see him like go over to like a little cup of water, and he expertly just like digs under the cup of water with one hand, flicks the cup of water up into the air and grabs it, and then drinks out of it. Like, you get the sense that this is someone that is very, very familiar with a shovel and digging graves.
Right.
And being that he's barely 19 years old, that sort of worries you.
Mm,
His
only a little bit.
physique is what strikes you the most. Like, he is built. Like, he is probably the healthiest person you've seen in this entire land so far.
I'll go over to him.
Hmm.
Just be like, I see you've completed your digging, but is there anything else I can help you out with?
He says, there's not much to say there. I dig these in preparation. Someone will eventually die. It just helps to have the holes in advance.
Oh, I see. So you're not
I'm
actively.
I'm
You're
not in
just
a rush.
I see.
People die around here. I just helps to be ahead of the curve.
How long have you been here?
My entire life, I'm an orphan. My parents were killed when I was young.
I'm sorry.
The father took me in, cared for me. He's a great man. Just looked after me my whole life completely selflessly. I came of age and I could have joined the guard. I could have left this chapel, but I felt like I owed it to him, so I stick around, look after the kids, dig the holes.
Do you enjoy the work?
I mostly dig holes. It's mind-numbing, boring, is perfect. Takes my mind off of other things.
Our guard friend, Soren, he told us that everybody here was happy all the time, but that doesn't seem to be the case, if you don't mind me being observant.
He says, well, outside of, we kind of have our own jurisdiction in here, but yes, unhappiness is punishable by law outside of these gates. Even the Baron wouldn't dare
Seem very
release
just.
his law in here. Well, if you believe what he says, keep Strahd away.
Perhaps, but
This
unhappiness
has been safe
is a
for
part
100
of.
years.
doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but yeah.
Well, if there's anything we can help you with while we're here, let me know. I know my way around graves, as it were.
Yeah, me too. He says,
Uh,
he
have-
kind of like holds his hand down. He says, Milivoj,
Glim, it's a pleasure.
nice to meet you.
Have you seen my friend around? We appear to have lost a party member.
You mean the one that talks to himself?
Yeah, that one. I'm sorry about him, by the way.
Yeah, no, he's talking to himself behind that mausoleum over there. He points to where Haim is.
Well, thank you. I'm going to go just make sure he's not getting into trouble.
Sure. He kind of like puts
And
his shovel on his shoulder and just like literally hop from 6 feet under. He hops out of the hole in just one standing leap. You're very impressed.
Jesus.
He's so fucking muscular, it's unbelievable. And he just walks casually into the chapel.
I'll just nod to myself while I wander over to Haim.
Okay, yeah. So you see Haim just crouched down, like fetal position, on his feet, just talking to his stone.
You okay, buddy?
You can't hear anything. You only
You
hear Haim
hear
talking back
dead
to it.
people.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Bit
Glim?
more unusual for you. Yes.
What would be the circumstances that would allow somebody who is dead um, to communicate with me?
Imagine there are a number of circumstances. I mean, you yourself has met a few exceptions to the rules since we've been here. Is it somebody that you know?
Oh, sorry. I cut out. I cut out. I couldn't hear you.
I just said that I imagine that there's many reasons somebody would be able to talk to you, but is it somebody that you know? And how are they speaking with you?
Here's the thing. I have no idea who this person is, but they're reaching me through my editor, my podcasting device.
So Glim, he is shocked to his core. Like, he does not look like he's telling lies. He does not look like he's talking shit. He is shooken. Like, he has witnessed something or been a part of something that has stripped away his usual confident facade.
Okay. Are they speaking to you now?
No, only every once in a while, and I'm not sure if it's only when I'm alone either, but next time it happens, I'll let you know.
Yeah, maybe ask them if they would like to speak to somebody else. See if they would
Whoever
like to
it
speak to me.
is, they need help, and I don't know what to do.
You're holding your speaking stone, right?
Yeah.
Do I see anything that would be indicative of like any sort of ghostly activity on it,
Like,
emanating from it?
undead activity.
Yeah. Should I use Eyes of the Grave again, maybe?
Up to you.
Might as well. Or some sort of check.
Like, as like your normal form, like, you don't sense anything out of the ordinary. Like, his stone isn't.
Okay.
It's just he's just holding a stone in his hand, as far as you can tell.
Okay. What kind of aside from, being dead, what kind of trouble did they say that they were in?
The pirate bashed their head open,
Oh,
and he said something about Leafree, which for some reason sounds familiar. I don't know if I've read about it.
Free. Does that sound familiar to me at all? Probably not.
Not to you, no.
Okay.
Does it sound familiar to me?
There is a. It's almost like deja vu, like a feeling in the back of your mind, like you know who that
Yeah.
might be, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
Did you try Eyes of the Grave, Glim?
I did, yes.
Oh, so when you try the Eyes of the Grave, I would like to roll a just straight wisdom check with your modifier.
18?
Perfect. Looking at Heimstone, it's like looking at peering into the soul of a dying man.
Oh
But
god.
it's strange. It's like it's very, very faint. It's tiny. Like it's almost like if you weren't looking very, very hard, you wouldn't notice it. But it feels like in the
Right.
core of his standing stone, someone is dying.
There's definitely something strange about this. How long has this been happening, Heim?
It's only been happening over, I think just the past couple of days.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what to do yet, but next time they speak to you, maybe see if you can get them to speak to one of us or give you more information, or at least call me over and I can maybe do a few more checks on the stone.
Yes,
Well,
I'll let you know. It normally it vibrates, or sometimes it goes cold, so
him or her, them, will help them. It's kind of what we do, right?
okay. Yes, I knew talking to you would be able to help the most.
See what we can do. Right now, it seems like we've done the most that we can with the information that we've been provided. So we'll move forward next time they speak.
Yeah, once Glim came over, the voices you heard kind of faded away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Nope. Maybe it's
Do
time
you
to go. Maybe we go toy shopping, and maybe I can
toy
get some
shopping?
Legos.
That would be good. I'll buy you Legos, Heim, if we can find some.
I don't. Lim, it's very nice of you to suggest that, but I don't know if you've looked at the prices of Lego prices recently. They're expensive.
Heim, I'll like hold up the bag of gems. We're good.
We're wealthy.
We are wealthy.
Mhm.
I'm going
I'll-
to get a Death Star.
I will buy you Legos. Also, maybe Eloine can spare a good berry. That might help you feel a little bit better.
That's true. I have plenty.
I'll take one.
Right, let's take a quick. Let's take a 15-minute bathroom break. You can level up if you want to.
Oh yes.
And I will see you shortly.
Cool.
Good.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.